What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Narav here, and welcome back to another episode of Missouri State Dynasty here in College Football 26. We have kicked off year 2 of this dynasty, and last episode, we got our first win of the year against Tulane. It was actually a pretty dominant victory. We won 24-7. Our defense played extremely well, and we were able to pull out the victory. And this was after an 0-2 start to the season, where we lost to our cross-state rival Mizzou and then Pittsburgh as well. And then in today's episode, we'll be taking on New Mexico State and then FIU as we get the Conference USA portion of our schedule underway. So hopefully a chance to pick up some wins against two teams that have yet to win a game at this point in the year. They're both 0-2, so a good chance here to pick up some wins and make a push for that conference title. And Lord knows we need it, because we have 0 stars for our program right now. We lost our 1 star last season because I guess we didn't do good enough, or do well enough, I should say. And we are a 0-star program officially. Anyway, there's not much to do in this current week. We're just going to go ahead and sim to next week and see what happens with recruiting and everything. So we'll see. I will go over the recruiting board in a second here. But, ooh, look at this. A couple of our 4 stars have reached their top 8, and we are number 1 on both of their lists. So we might actually be able to pull off a couple of 4-star commits here in at this point. But, our playing style is down to a D-, and he needs at least a C+. Which means, you know what? I may just take Rashad Moultrie off the board, because even if we do recruit him and we bring him in and we get him to commit, he might just transfer. Okay, interesting. So for a Mike whose archetype is a thumper, we need a lot of tackles, right? Total tackles. And the impact is very high. So I guess we only have 9, which is lower than we should have. For our Mike linebackers only have 9 tackles on the year. So I guess that's causing him to not like us. Now, Oregon State has already offered him, because I almost want to take off these 50 hours now and maybe throw them towards Pat Mayweather instead. But I'm going to leave it on him for a second, for a little bit longer. Pat Mayweather still hasn't gotten an offer yet, which is crazy. So we'll keep an eye on him. Jamerson Carter has a playing style deal breaker. Total offensive yards per game. So it's 300. We have at 384. So I guess we need more than that, which is crazy. We have like what? Oh no, is that what we need? I don't know. We there's no way we have 384 offensive yards per game so far. Do we? We have 309. So maybe we do. 309. 469. Yeah, this was a shootout. And I guess this is a 394 yards isn't enough. That is crazy. That just doesn't sound right. Anyway, we are going to pull out on Jeff Cavazos. Saying what I just said about pro potential, we're not going to send any guards to the draft this year, which means this pro potential is going to go down, which means Cavazos might transfer after his freshman year, even if we do manage to bring him in, which means there's not much of a point in recruiting him, if we're being completely 100% honest with ourselves. So Cavazos, I am going to pull out on you. I am. And for Rashad Moultrie, I am going to not send the house anymore. I'm instead going to send the house on Pat Mayweather. And we are going to use the rest of these 50 hours to try and get on some of these other 3 stars' board. Because I see that they don't have offers yet. And that means we are in a prime position to be able to get a lead here. right? So is that the only edge we are talking to right now? Is Raekwon Emery? Okay, we need to look at edge. We need to look at edge, and we need to put some more guys on our board. Now, by any chance, are there any 4-star edge that don't have an offer yet? You have an offer. You have offers. You only have one offer, okay. And I'm assuming all the 5-star edges have offers. There's no way they don't. Yeah. Okay. So we have to look at 3 stars. That's fine. That's fine. Dakota Yeast does not have any offers, so we'll take a look at him. And then Tim Lipscomb doesn't have any offers. So let's take a look at these 2 edges. Quickly scout them. See if there's anything worth writing home about. So you are pure power, and your strength is high, your hit power is high, your acceleration, your block shed, your tackle, or whatever. You have good tackling, your hit power is high, your finesse and power moves are about the same. Okay, I'm gonna give Lipscomb. Wait, what is your play? What is your deal breaker? Conference prestige. Okay, so I'm gonna give Lipscomb an offer. And we'll see. We'll see where that leads. And we have 5 left over, so I am gonna try to get in to the top 8 on Raekwon Emery. Okay, and that's what we'll leave it at right now, and we'll see what this playing style turns to. If it turns to F, then we'll probably take Moultrie off the board, and then maybe we'll focus on Pat Mayweather instead and try to bring in a 4-star quarterback into the program. But I think for right now, we're okay on recruiting. But before we go ahead and take on New Mexico State, who is now 0-3 to start the year, I do want to quickly go over the team, because we have some interesting things developing. So Deshaun Purdy has been our starting quarterback for all 3 of our games thus far. But in the last game, he did get injured. Now, he is okay now. He had a bruised knee. But I think we are going to give Drew Viotto a chance today. Because when we were watching Deshaun Purdy throw the football and we were watching Drew Viotto throw the football, it was very clear that Viotto had a much more tighter spiral on his throws. He was a lot more comfortable throwing the football, whereas Purdy, his throws came out wobbly at times. They didn't have enough air underneath them, not enough zip. Viotto looked much more capable. And I think right now for our team, we need a quarterback who can throw the ball, because Purdy, he is electric with the ball in his hands, right? He's got good speed, and his agility, his change of direction, juke moves, all that stuff is really good. But the accuracy isn't great, and, you know, even though the throw power is awesome at 90, he's just not throwing the ball well. I mean, you can kind of see it here with the 62% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. It just hasn't been great. And Viotto, on the other hand, he is a lower overall, but I just feel like his accuracy was a little bit better when throwing the ball. Even if he may not be as quick or elusive, I want to at least give Viotto 1 full game, right? If Viotto turns out to be worse, we'll go back to Purdy, but I think, you know, I want to at least give Viotto a chance, because I think he played well for us when Purdy went down. Now, that being said, we don't really need either of these quarterbacks to do a ton, because our running back, Josh Joyner, is off to an unbelievable start to the year. He is averaging nearly 150 rushing yards a game. through the first 3 games of the season. He has over 100 yards after contact and averaging almost 7 yards per carry. He is, without a doubt, one of the best running backs in the country to start the year, and the offense flows through him. It flows through him. Josh Joyner, he is the guy, and he's still only a sophomore, and his deal breaker being playing time means he should not leave us at any point. Now, unfortunately, he can't get a ton better. Right, his quickness is already maxed out, his hands are already maxed out, his IQ is already maxed out, but I don't know, man. He's playing some really, really sharp football, so we are going to be a run-first offense behind him for sure. And, our receivers aren't going to be doing a ton. I mean, Ronell Johnson has had a good start to the year. He's over 100 yards a game receiving so far, but these other guys aren't getting a ton of touches. That's just because we're running the ball, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because we got to play to our team's strengths, and right now on offense, our team's strength is indeed the rushing attack. Now on defense, even though we may be worse on paper this year than we were last year, I think the results have just been better. Last year we couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback, and that is just not the case this year. Braxton Monroe has 4 sacks in 3 games on the year, so he is off to an incredible start. Andrew Link has 2.5 sacks in 3 games. Heath Smith has a sack and a half in 3 games. So we're getting to the quarterback this year, and we're also getting some turnovers, right? James Rainbolt had the interception in the last episode, is the first of the season for him, and we've also forced a couple of fumbles to start the year. We just haven't recovered all of them, which is unfortunate. We forced 3 fumbles, we've only recovered 1, so we got to do a better job of getting on the loose football, but we are forcing the football loose, which is, again, we're trending in the right direction. So it's kind of crazy, right? I did not think we'd be able to have a good year defensively, but so far we're doing okay. And we're coming off a really good defensive performance against Tulane in a game where we only gave up a touchdown, right? We only gave up 7 points, so we're doing some good things on defense. And that, of course, means there's not much else left for us to do but to get in to the next game on our schedule and take on the New Mexico State Aggies. We played this team last year. I think we lost, or did we win? But either way, we're actually a higher overall than them this year. I don't think we were last year. And it's a chance to start our Conference USA schedule in strong fashion and begin things 1-0. So let's get right into it, man. Not much to say. Let's just hop right in. And you know what? I completely forgot. We are going to be making the move. Well, there is going to be a change again, at least for this game. Viato will be the starting quarterback. For right now, we will call it an injury. Benching for Deshaun Purdy, right? We're not comfortable rolling him out. He messed up his knee pretty badly, and as a result, he will not start this game. So the Bears will travel to New Mexico to take on the Aggies for their first game here in Conference USA this season. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Here we go. New Mexico State coming out here. They are off to a rough 0-3 start to the year, and looking for their first win still, and maybe it'll come today at home here against the Missouri State Bears, I should say. They are the New Mexico State Aggies. We are the Missouri State Bears, and we're trying to get to 1-0 in conference. They are trying to get to 1-1 in conference play. So let's see who emerges victorious. We're going to be starting off with the ball, which means the Aggies will get the ball to start the second half. Again, in an ideal world, I'd always like to start the second half with the football. But here I thought Boyd had a lane there. He did have a lane there, but he got caught. 2nd and 10. Now we're going to go ahead and try to throw the ball a little bit. And, I talked about Viato being a more capable passer. Didn't necessarily look like it there. And it is going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. And Ronell Johnson, it's a low ball. Wear and tear is certainly becoming a thing here for Josh Joyner. We haven't seen him since those first 2 carries. There's a flag. Ronell Johnson stays on his feet. Oh my goodness, he got pancaked. But this one's going to be coming back. It's going to be a hold. That was an absolutely brutal holding call for our offense. We had picked up the first down on 3rd and 7, and then we got pushed back. I mean, we would have had the ball in field goal range after the catch and run by Ronell Johnson. Instead, we got knocked out of the field goal range. It became 3rd and 17, and we had no choice there but to punt. 3rd and 6 here for the Aggies. We're going to go ahead and send some pressure and see if we can get this quarterback under some duress and force him to make an ill-timed decision, and that ball sails over the receiver's head, and the Aggies will punt. So I think that was a successful blitz. He had an open man, and we didn't get enough pressure on the quarterback. He kind of had all day to throw, but we forced the punt. They had punted from their 30, from the other 35, which is pretty weak, pretty soft if you ask me. And we will start with the football on the 17, and Iverson Young has a huge lane, and he picks up a nice, 15-ish, 16 on the play, and gets this drive started. Again, Joyner still not in the game yet. Might have to tweak those wear and tear sub sliders because I want him playing. I know he's carried the ball a ton the first couple of games, but I didn't see his wear and tear creeping up that much to the point where we should barely see him. And there's Jaron Oskren. I meant to say Jaron Askren. I kept saying I don't know what I was saying before this, but I was actually watching a Missouri State game this past weekend, and they were pronouncing his name different than I think they were pronouncing it Jaron Askren, and I was pronouncing it Jaron. And there's Josh Joyner, by the way. So we'll try to get it right. It is Jaron Askren. Looks like they're sending pressure yet again. We'll just see if we could dump this off and pick up some positive yards, make this a more makeable field goal for our kicker and Noah Gardner. But either way, we'll have to kick a 42-yarder. We don't have to line this one up terribly. We'll try to aim it slightly, and we should be able to knock this one down. I don't want to talk about it. I was going to make it even if I kept it right. Kept it, the power in check. I saw, I swear to God, there was a delay on my controller. Worst kicker on YouTube, by the way. Worst kicker on YouTube. And this one is picked off by Malone. I don't even know who that is. An ill-timed decision by Awad, the quarterback for the Aggies. And the Bears catch a lucky break after that missed field goal. And they get an interception. This is number 32, Hiko Malone here. Hiko Malone here. He is a sophomore, and he makes this play. He sees the drag route forming, actually. Look, he's covering number 18 here, but if we zoom out, we can get a better idea of how he read this. So he's on this in route here, this dig, and then he kind of leaves it because he maybe sees the quarterback's eyes and starts kind of slowing down in the middle of the field here. And he's able to read the quarterback's eyes, see that he's throwing it to this dig route instead, intended for number 27. He kind of just stops, picks it off, and tries to get something going on the return. Isn't able to, but still a fantastic play here by Hiko Malone, number 32, to come up with the interception on this play. Beautiful job in coverage. All right, let's not squander this fantastic field position here that our defense has given us. As Joyner takes the handoff on 1st and 10 for 5 yards. It's a heavy box, See if we can power through. Joyner's able to squeeze through, and he's in to the end zone for a touchdown. What a run. I'm telling you, it is the yards after contact for Josh Joyner that has been the most impressive part of his game. You can see this D lineman here kind of gets a free rush at the running back. He's not able to get to him in time, but Joyner kind of hits this hole, and he puts his shoulders down, and he's able to fight off 61. I mean, just basically trucks him to the ground here. Gets a little bit of help from his lineman, but trucks 61 to the ground, and after that, it was just a beeline to the end zone. Joyner, he's just incredible. He is just incredible. Has the right blend of power and agility in his game, and he scores the first touchdown of the game for us. 2nd and 3 now here for the Aggies. There's another screen pass. He gets a good block, number 18, before DeAndre York brings him down. That's Joshua Goins, the tight end, catching the screen pass for a 13-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Aggies are driving. They have a 1st and 10 here at our 33-yard line. And this was a QB option. And Parker Awad picks up the first down there. Felt like we should have been able to wrap him up. We weren't able to. And now the Aggies knocking on the red zone here. We're going to send some pressure here. Send some pressure on the quarterback. See if we can force him to make a hurried decision, and an ill decision at that. And we do just that. But 27 gets a block. Ooh, I don't know why he didn't just keep going forward. It allowed us to tackle him before he got to the end zone. Now they have 1st and goal from the 3. It's going to be a toss to the left. I wasn't ready for the toss. And 22 breaks the tackle and scampers into the end zone, and they're an extra point away from tying this game now. Bit of an impossible 3rd and 19 here for us, and the Aggies are kind of playing off the line. Try to throw this one to Markway, and it bounces off his hands. I felt like he could have made that catch. So that's the Aggies that have a chance to go 2 for 1 here and potentially score before the end of the half and then get the ball back again. And it's just not great coverage by Malone that time. I mean, he just can't be expected to keep up with a receiver that's running vertically down the field, right? That's not his job. He covered the crosser as best he could, but when the receiver started getting vertical downfield, that's when he loses that battle. And that time, it's Abram Wright that loses that battle. And now the Aggies are in danger or threatening to score again. Parker Awad has been nearly perfect today outside of the interception. 55 seconds left. And this one is somehow caught. Plenty of time for Awad, and this one is batted away, thankfully. And the Aggies will settle for 3. We get to keep all of our timeouts, and we will still have about 35-ish seconds left to get some points of our own. Kicking off the second half, the Aggies have the ball. They're up 3, looking to build on it now. And we'll see if they can come down here. As Abram Wright can't seem to stop anyone right now. I mean, that's just pathetic from Abram Wright. We can't get pressure on this quarterback today, but Abram Wright has just been so bad in coverage today. His tight end is kind of doing whatever he wants against him. That time they run it to the outside and they get 8. Everything clicking here for the Aggies today on offense as they search for their first win of the year. They're already at the 30, looking to build on their lead, but Hunter Bell finally gets to the quarterback. It's our first sack of the day. Comes in unblocked and picks up the sack. It's Trey Hunter Bell, the junior, picking up the sack and forcing a 2nd and 16. And this is out of field goal range. We know this for the Aggies. They punted from here, and now they're in field goal range because our cornerback, Navon Barrett, got toasted. Got burned in press coverage. Awad puts the ball on the money. It's a catch, completion, first down, all that stuff. And now the running back picks up 7. 2nd and 3 now. He's looking to take a 10-point lead here in the 3rd quarter. Receiver in motion, or running back in motion. It's a sweep to the outside. He won't get it. Only picks up 1. 3rd and 2. Critical 3rd and 2. Try to hold him to a field goal. Keep this a 1-possession football game. And we are not able to. 52 just can't keep up. It's 1st and 20 now. Basically throws everything out of whack for us. Just try to chip away at this. I don't want to do anything too big. But we got Mac Markway down the field, and that's a huge play to make it 2nd and 6. Less than 2 minutes to go now. 2nd and 6. Big play there on 1st and 20. Isaiah McMorris gets the catch and picks up the first down afterwards. 1st and 10. Hand it off to Joyner. He's got room. He's going to bounce it to the outside. And that's another good run there from Josh Joyner. He's got 55 yards, just 8 carries, though. Might try to see if there's a way I could force him in more often. But we're finally got something on offense. And we're going to throw this one to Liam O'Reilly, who picks up the first down. Viato was slowly rolling out. It looked like a turtle there, scrambling. But 3rd quarter coming to a close, but we are knocking on the end zone here. And I'm going to try to throw this one to Liam O'Reilly. He's got it. Beautiful throw on the run off the play action. He should have both feet down. He absolutely does. Liam O'Reilly with his first touchdown of the year. And we pull within 3. Beautiful drive by Drew Viato and company. And it is going to be a critical 3rd and 4. So it would be huge if we get off the field here. They're going to empty out the backfield. Obvious pass, of course. 3rd and 4. We're going to send pressure. And how do we not bat that? I mean, why is Andrew Lincoln coverage? Oh, my goodness. 8 minutes left. Throws this one underneath, and we're just not fast enough with Malone. Needed to come down on that route sooner, and we're not able to. And now Awad over 300 passing yards on the day. 2nd and 17 after the sack by Heiko Malone. Again, he is having a ridiculous day so far. He's got a TFL, he's got a sack, he's got a pick. This one's going to be a pitch to the outside, and Rain Bolt's there to wrap him up. 3rd and 19 coming up. They're currently out of field goal range here, so kind of a disastrous 1st and 2nd down plays here for the Aggies. They had 3 in their back pocket, and now I don't know if they'll take it. The 30-yard line, they're going to kick it. They punted from the 35 earlier, so this has got to be close to their kicker's range. We'll see if he can knock it in, and he is able to. I don't know why they punted from the 35 earlier, but that one is drilled, and it's a 6-point game. Is this 4-down territory? I don't know. I'm not positive about that, but let's just try not to even worry about that as Mac Markway breaks the tackle and picks up the first down. Incredibly clutch play there by our tight end. It's going to go into the hurry up here, see if we can get an advantageous position. It's Markway again. We're going to get out of bounds here and stop this clock. Fortunately, that ball, that play goes backwards, and now we have a 2nd and 11. True freshman Jimmy Kropa getting in some playing time. McMorris, though, he's a true sophomore. He spins. We need our best play here. We need our best play here. Need our best players. Let's see what we can do. We had it. We had him. That ball's just airmailed. We had him. We had it. We had it. It was Jaron Askren. He's wide open. There's no pressure for Drew Viato. I mean, this is as easy of a pass as they come. I mean, I also think, I don't know, it feels like Askren also didn't do everything he could have. Oh my God, that's such a brutal miss. And that ball's not great. felt like it was catchable. I don't know. I'm going to run the same play again. Because I think it was open. And I think it is our best play. That time it's open again. It's open again. It's open again. Minute and 40 seconds. I'm actually going to take this clock down. I do not want to give this ball back to the Aggies with any sort of significant time left. They have all their timeouts, so we'll see how much we can milk this clock. Again, we need the touchdown, right? So I don't know what we're going to do if we get down, if we have a chance to score. I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but I do know we are going to run this ball. It's not a typical college football playbook as Young gets stuffed. Under 50 seconds. I'm going to run the ball one more time. And then on 4th and goal, we'll make our decision. And Young nearly has a lane. And, you know, it is do or die, so I will take this down to about 15 seconds. Yeah, we can't call timeout again. We're going to run the ball. And we're in. Oh my God. Iverson Young. I didn't like audibling to a pass. We couldn't call another timeout. We're at the 1. I wanted to run it again. I wish that was Josh Joyner in, but we'll take it any way we can get it. We're going to try to ice the extra point, but this is as easy as they get, so hopefully we have no issues here. Slow-mo extra point is good. We take the lead with 2 seconds remaining. And that should be all she wrote, barring something absolutely crazy happening on this kick return. We'll keep it in play. Because we don't want any pass interference bullshit. We wrap them up on the return. And in thrilling fashion, the Missouri State Bears come out with a victory. Drew Viotto, the player of the game. I mean, could have been worse, could have been better. Had one bad miss today, but he made up for it on the very next play. So the passing offense, again, you can't complain. He did have the interception, but that was a meaningless interception, right? That was the interception at the end of the first half. Basically a Hail Mary situation. I don't care about that interception at all. The passing touchdown was nice. The 2 rushing touchdowns were good. Joyner was really good today. Just limited carries. I think I'm going to switch the substitution sliders for the running back so that Joyner gets at least 16 to 20 carries a game, and then Young can pick up the rest. But both guys were pretty good today, both scoring a touchdown. And then receiving-wise, again, we're in a more of a run-first offense, so a lot of these guys are not going to get a ton of yards going forward. We are shifting our game plan to center it around Josh Joyner. And these numbers, I think, reflect that. Although our tight ends did get involved quite a bit, and then Ronell Johnson and Isaiah McMorris also made plays. Defensively, it could have been a lot better. Trey Hunter-Bell and Heiko Malone with the 2 sacks this game. And then Malone also had the interception, so pretty big day. 3 TFLs, 1 sack, and 1 pick for Heiko Malone, the sophomore Will linebacker. Have yourself a game, man. Have yourself a game. We have advanced here to week 5, and FIU is also 0-4, so they have yet to win a game, but all their games so far have been out of conference. So I guess their losses don't really matter yet, but I did want to take a look at the Conference USA stats here as we are approaching the midway point in the year. You can see Delaware's quarterback Blake Brown leading the conference in passing yards, and Sam Houston's quarterback Landon Locke, a redshirt freshman, leading the conference in touchdowns, passing touchdowns. He actually has no picks as well, but his passing yards are quite low. And then in terms of rushing, it is Josh Joyner leading the way with 503 yards, by far the leading rusher here for Conference USA. But Jalen Coleman, the redshirt freshman running back for Liberty, has 8 rushing touchdowns on the year, but just 3.4 yards a carry. So I don't know, what would you rather have? Joyner is second with 5 touchdowns, and New Mexico State's running back David Mbadinga, I think, is also tied for second with 5. We just got done playing him. He's a very good player as well. So, but Joyner having a good year running the football. Also leads Conference USA in 20-plus yard runs and yards after contact, and also has the longest rush of the year thus far in Conference USA. Receivers, Luke Brown for Delaware, leading the conference in receiving yards, but Ronell Johnson is very, very close behind him, about 30 yards behind him, and 2 receptions behind him, but he's not leading the conference. That would be Connor Feiner, the senior receiver for Kennesaw State, with 32 catches on the year and 2 touchdowns. It is Cooper Rusk and Ardell Banks leading the conference in receiving touchdowns, and we'll go have a chance to go up against Ardell Banks today. And then defensively, Gavin Moole. Wow, Delaware's having a really good year. At least their players are all having a really good year. They have leaders in tackles, receiving yards, and passing yards. So they've definitely got some impact players, and I think we do play them this year, so we'll have a chance there. Eli Hall leads the conference in TFLs, Braxton Monroe second, and Braxton Monroe leads the conference in sacks with 4, and Link is third with 2.5. So we're making plays as well. 2 picks for Jamal Miles and Elijah Hopkins, the Liberty's DBs, leading the conference in interceptions. And no defensive touchdowns yet for Conference USA this year. So Ole Miss has offered Pat Mayweather, by the way. And our playing style is still a D-. But Randy Bliss, we are into his top 5. And we are on the board for Jawan Weil. We are on the board for Jamerson Carter. We are on the board for a lot of these guys now, actually, which is good. We're 9th for you. We are 7th here, 5th here, 2nd here, 1st here, 2nd here. Okay. Here's the thing. We're absolutely scheduling a visit. We are going to schedule a visit. We will do it week 9 against Middle Tennessee, I guess. Yeah. I don't want to do it against a lower tier opponent. So we'll do it week 9 against Middle Tennessee, and we will have him in on playing time, so he'll attend a position meeting. And I do want to try to sway him, but we'll see about that. It means we have 5 hours left. No one else is into their top 5, which is fine. But to get into your top 8, which you're about to decide on, it looks like, we'll see if we can put 5 hours in there. So I think everything else we'll leave as is for right now. I want to get Randy Bliss to commit before anyone really has a chance. Now, by the way, he's locked out Kentucky and BYU, which were kind of big schools. So right now our biggest competition is going to be IU and South Carolina. And neither have offered, and neither have garnered much interest from Randy Bliss. So just keep your fingers crossed. We can bring this one home and get our first 4-star commit of the series. But with all that out of the way, there's not much else for us to do here but to get into our game here against FIU and see if we can continue to remain undefeated. FIU is actually in the gutter. They are a 59 overall program in year 2 here, so we have a considerable advantage, and we should absolutely win. This is an unacceptable game for us to lose. We are playing at Pit Bull Stadium, and we'll see if we can. They have some really good unis, actually. So the Vice unis are cool. They have alternate Vice unis. Ooh, I really like these. We're gonna rock out with. We're gonna give them these. And then again, unfortunately, Missouri State's unis are pretty boring, but we'll do the alternate option for the away games, the white jersey and the maroon pants. But we should be able to win this game, move to 2-0 in the conference, so let's just go ahead and do just that, man. All right, here we go at Pit Bull Stadium here in Florida, as we are getting ready to take on the FIU Panthers again. Their program has deteriorated quite a bit. They're down to a 59 overall, 0-4 to start this season. We'll see if they can turn it around. We'll see if they can pick up their first win of the season. Of course, New Mexico State was looking for their first win last week, and we denied them. We'll see if we can do the same here to FIU as we are getting set to receive the opening kickoff here at Pit Bull Stadium. Iverson Young back deep to return, and he is down at the 20. I don't know what I'm going to do about that holding slider. I might turn it down. We're going to take a shot here. I don't know who this is, but he makes the catch. That is a Lloyd back there. It should be Isaiah McMorris, but I saw he won the press coverage. This is Junior Zeus Lloyd, and you can kind of see he wins this press coverage right away, and Viado puts this ball right in his pocket. He has to dive a little bit, or I don't even know what this is, slide, I guess, to make the catch. But he does do just that and make the catch. So he is the fourth string receiver on this team, and he was out there and made a impressive catch there. Yeah, my offense is still going to run through Josh Joyner, and I'm going to give the ball to Ronell Johnson here. He gets a block downfield for a little bit of rack, and he's down in the red zone. There's a lot of quarterback runs in this playbook that we just can't run with Drew Viado. He's just not the type of quarterback for that offense. But try to make a guy miss there with Josh Joyner. Not able to, but he gets it down to the 1, and now Iverson Young will vulture a touchdown from him. But what I was saying is there's a lot of QB runs, QB designed runs in this playbook. And with Deshaun Purdy, we can run those plays, but with Drew Viado, we really can't, because Viado has little to no mobility. As Joyner back in the game, and he picks up the first down, or the touchdown, I should say. And that's an opening drive touchdown on a drive that looked really good for the Bears. Everything was flowing. The pass game was good. The run game was good. And Joyner punches it in for his 6th touchdown of the season. So 2nd and 3, and Andrew Link nearly there, not able to get to the quarterback in time. And it's a big-time play, and FIU will run the hurry up. And 3rd and 2, I'm going to do the same thing. Send a blitz, see if someone can get there. And, I mean, he was in the backfield forever, and we just couldn't wrap him up. 3rd and 8, get off the field. And why the hell is Braxton Monroe in coverage against a receiver? This is awful. I mean, this is just, there's no way. There's no way. How is that allowed? What defensive formation puts an edge rusher on the outside in coverage against a receiver or running back? EA sometimes with their formations, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Joyner, nice run there. He's off to a good start today. We are probably just outside field goal range right now. And that's incomplete. I wanted to step up, wasn't able to. This is a 52-yarder. I don't feel comfortable making it, so I am actually just going to try to go for it here. This is kind of no man's land. I don't want to punt from our own 35 or from the other team's 35-yard line, and I don't want to take a 52-yarder. So we'll just try to get the ball to our tight end, and oh no. Oh no. Josh Joyner injured on the 4th down play. Elbow bursitis will return soon. Fantastic field position after the 3 and out as we get set to get this drive kicked off and retake the lead here in Pit Bull State. I'm going to say that every time I get the opportunity to. I think it's hilarious. 2nd and 6 after a delay of game because I wasn't paying attention as we get set to open the second quarter. I mean, that ball, I wanted to throw it so much sooner. I saw the linebacker lurking there. I was hoping to throw it before the receiver got to him. And it's picked off. Oh, my God. I was literally going to run the ball on 2nd and 1. And instead, it's 2nd and 6. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll throw it. And the end result was an interception. Just disastrous. And no one to blame but myself, right? I'm paying more attention here. And they will kick a field goal here from the right hash. You never know. This is not a good football team, so they might have a bad kicker. They do not. Extra field goal is good, and the Panthers will go up 10-7 to FIU and have them hold serve here at the end of the first half, knowing that they get the ball to start the second half, and Ronell Johnson has some space. Good rack there from Ronell Johnson as he gets the ball down to midfield. Much more on the money, and he's doing a good job moving this ball down the field as he finds Jaron Askren, his tight end, there on the play action. Yeah, Viato looks a lot more composed today, which is good. This looks solid so far. The interception, can't say that was really his fault, as Joyner nearly picks up the first down. 3rd and inches, I'm probably going for on 4th and inches if you don't get this. So the goal here is to just not take a sack. And I will try to catch the defense off guard, and Ronell Johnson can't make the catch. I feel like you got to catch these if you're the best receiver on the team here. Ronell Johnson on the play action. It's a crosser. And Johnson, I mean, you got to make this. The DB doesn't even get hands on you, and you just get a case of Butterfingers. Maybe maybe that's a referee interference right there. I don't know what that is. That referee might have cost him the drop. But it hits you in both hands, and the DB doesn't even get hands on you. So you got to make that catch if you're Ronell Johnson. That's a bad drop. But 4th and inches. The reason I did play action on 3rd and inches was because we're going for on 4th and inches. They don't have a D tackle lined up over the middle, so we're just going to sneak it, pick it up, and keep things moving here. 1st and 10. We're going to go play action again. Look for Jaron Askren here. Try to dump it off. Try to dump it off. See if we can get the ball to Josh Joyner in space on this screen pass here. Get some of these yards back on 2nd and 20. And we get a great block there from 54. Hits the spin move, and he's in for the 2nd touchdown of the game. Josh Joyner is unbelievable. You put the ball in number 21's hands, and good things are going to happen. 54 gives us a mean block. And then he jukes out 2 defenders with that nasty spin move as he scampers into the end zone. 37 receiving yards on the day for Joyner as he scores his 2nd touchdown of the day. All 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. We'll see if the Panthers can get a stop. I got bumped. That's a really good run. I think I'm just going to blitz. I think we're just going to blitz. We're going to blitz, try to get pressure on this quarterback and get him down. And we do just that as Abram Wright gets into the backfield and gets the sack. We're going to blitz again. I'm going to send another blitz. We're going to run hurry up. This is how we're going to punish them. And that's a good hit there by DeAndre York to jar that ball loose. I think I'm playing. We're going to blitz again. We're going to blitz again on 3rd and 17. Try to get this ball back with about a minute and a half to play. We're going to throw this downfield, and he burns the DB. We're not able to get pressure, and that's what happens when you blitz and you don't get to the quarterback right away, is that you are liable to getting beat on the outside, and that's what happens and backfires on us. This is a screen that is wildly inaccurate. 2nd and 10. Getting to the quarterback this week, which is good. 2nd sack of the day. And this is going to be a dump off to the tight end. He is going to make a guy miss and get it inside the 5. I'm trying to rip the ball out. I'm trying to knock the ball loose. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Should just be trying to wrap up. It's going to be a keeper. Can we get to the outside? We can. Heath Smith. I don't know why I called the timeout. That was just muscle memory. I don't know. That was an awful timeout to call. That was an awful timeout to call. 2nd and goal, though. And that's another sack. It's Andrew Link getting in for the sack. 3rd and goal, 20 seconds left. Send pressure. I mean, he's just wide open. He's just wide open. Touchdown, FIU. Into the second half now. Panthers will start with the ball. And we got to try to keep them off the scoreboard here and keep this a one-possession game. All right, 3rd and 4 after the illegal block in the back penalty. Chance for us to get off the field here. They're going to empty the backfield. And he's going to try to step up, but Heath Smith is going to get there. 4th sack of the game for this defense. 2nd for Heath Smith. I don't trust any of the quarterbacks on our team to really throw the ball, as we're going to be able to beat the linebacker to the outside and pick up the first down. Joyner having himself another day. 3rd and 8 from the 35. Again, kind of no man's land here, so maybe 4th down territory. Going to get this to Isaiah McMorris, and now it's certainly 4th down territory. Nothing cute here. We're just going to hand the ball off and run it. It's actually a really soft box from the defense. I don't know why they would do that, but it makes our life easier. And Joyner hurt again. Got to give our guys a breather. Joyner already back in the game. I don't like that. I do not like that. This ball knocked out. 4th and 8. We'll have to kick. But it is good, thankfully. So we tie the game at 17. And now we got to play some defense. Yeah, just that. Just need to be able to beat them. And no one is in the flat. Are you kidding me? I mean, I was on my assignment with my user, so I don't know whose assignment that was, but that is unacceptable. Panthers going backwards here, trying to take this lead back. 2nd and 16. And trying to get down on the screen pass. Not able to. I'm going to come up here with our players. This, I think, is going to be a run. A receiver in motion, maybe? No. It's going to be a handoff. Keeper. And the ball's out. The ball's out. Oh, Moore trying to keep the ball on 3rd and inches. He gets rocked. Wouldn't have gotten the first down anyway. But to add insult to injury, Antonio Smith. It's not a bad play call here by the Panthers, but all eyes here on our safety, Antonio Smith, because it's a read option. The quarterback he breaks a tackle, but Smith flying down delivers a vicious punch to knock the ball loose. Moore would not have picked up the first down anyway, and I believe it's DeAndre York. No, it's actually Antonio Smith who recovers it. So he forces it, and he picks up the fumble. Got to pick up the first down, keep things moving. And this is Ronell Johnson trying to beat the safety to the edge, not able to, but more importantly, he picks up the first down and keeps the drive alive. Final quarter set to begin. The sun setting here on Pitbull Stadium, and we are starting the 4th quarter inside the 5-yard line on 2nd down, and with a touchdown to Jerron Askren to take the lead here. Big time drive after the forced fumble by Antonio Smith, and now we got to play some defense. Bears up 24-17 here. Still early in the 4th quarter, plenty of time for the Panthers to spark a comeback. They're going to start with a handoff. It's a broken tackle. Oh no, Demps able to break another tackle. Oh man, just 10 carries for Demps, but 110 yards. I said it. Every time he carried the ball, it looked like he was going for about 5+ yards. It's more than that. He was getting 11 yards a carry. And, man, I mean, you'd think this defense would lock in after the offense just got them a touchdown. I mean, to be fair, they forced the turnover, like gave us the ball in a position to score a touchdown, and they will go for it here on 4th and inches. I'm going to line up here over the middle just in case. It's not going to be a sneak. I don't even know if they have that in the playbook for FIU. They've had a couple of inch plays, and we're not able to plug the hole. It's been so hard to stop this FIU offense all day. And Rainbow, touchdown saving tackle there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal now. I'm gonna... Oh, it's a throwaway. 3rd and goal. I was supposed to blitz there with my user. I decided to play in coverage just in case, and I'm glad I did, because I think I ended up saving a touchdown with where I was playing. I can't move my player where I want them to fast enough. I saw him taking off with it with the right, but I didn't want to completely bail on that tight end. Tie ball game once again. I'm going to dump this one. It's going to be another hold. It's going to be another hold. It's going to be on the right tackle, Noah Gardner. But I don't think I'm going to change the sliders on the holding calls. I think it's fine. It's not excessive. It sucks that it's only happening to us as Ronell Johnson makes a move. What a play. 18-yard catch and run. Sets up 3rd and 2. It's a soft box. Come on, Joyner. Pick this up for us. Pick this up for us. He does, barely. But we're going to need more. Mark Way, nice catch. Picks up the 1st down. Try a little play action here. See if we can get them to bite. We have run the ball quite a bit. I'm actually just going to step up with Viato. Take what I can. Slide, baby, slide. I don't know if this is 4-down territory. I want Joyner in the game. Oh, no. I want a Joyner in the game. Young. 4th and inches, we're going. We're going. We're absolutely going. We're absolutely going. We're going to line up for a QB sneak. See what they do. They are all over it. They are all over it. I don't think I'm going to run this play. I was trying to get him off sides. I saw the guy jump. I mean, it looked like I was going to get him off sides, but I guess he didn't step. I mean, you can clearly see he taking a step. I mean, that looks like he's offsides. That looks like he's offsides. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. How do you not call that offsides? Is it not a thing in college? He's clearly offsides here. This ball snapped at this point. Like, the ball is snapped, and he is way offsides before the ball is snapped. That should have been an automatic 1st down for us. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. And now FIU is going to have a chance to hold serve. Wow. The referees might have just cost us this game. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. We can't challenge anything like that either. The refs just missed a huge offsides call. And we're going to let him score. We're going to let him score. I don't want him to take off more clock. We'll try to tie the game. I'm really mad. I'm really mad. We should have gotten the offsides. Oh my god. That is really, really frustrating, man. We should have never been in a position to give up the lead. And that's a pick. That's a pick, and that might be a pick 6. It's going to be a pick 6. Are you... That is going to do it. 38-24 will be your final. I feel like we got screwed by the referees, man. But our defense could not stop FIU's offense. Brian Moore, the freshman QB, was unstoppable today. He completed everything, and yeah, just a rough game. I think we might end up going back to Purdy next week. Viato, again, nothing crazy, but I just feel like Purdy's mobility might be better. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. It's just not good. And Joyner did everything he could. 16 carries, 100 yards, touchdown on the day. Just wasn't enough. Ronell Johnson made a couple of big plays, 6 catches for 94 yards for him. Joyner was also effective in the receiving game. Askren did his thing. Markway did his thing. McMorris made a couple of catches, but it's just defensively we couldn't get a stop. We got the quarterback down a few times today. 4 sacks on the day for the team. Forced a turnover, but outside of the turnovers, we just weren't able to slow down the FIU offense. They had 400 yards of offense. So did we, but we needed a couple stops. We couldn't get it, and then of course we got hosed on that 4th and inches play. It doesn't even show the play, but yeah, it's a tough loss. Tough loss. This is a game we absolutely had to win, and we weren't able to. And again, don't think it was necessarily our fault, but the interception also after the pick 6 was just unnecessary. We tried to do too much there on the play action deep shot when we should have just been calm and played to our strengths. But we fall to 2-3, and more importantly, 1-1 in the conference. It's a tough loss to swallow, man. It's a tough loss to swallow. We'll see how things look when we sim ahead to next week, but I think we have a chance to maybe win the conference this year with the way we've played, but we can't lose games like that. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Next week, we will continue the Conference USA portion of the schedule. We have 2 more in-conference games, taking on Delaware and then Western Kentucky. Then we have a bye week, and then we have that big visit with Randy Bliss when we take on Middle Tennessee. So that'll be a huge game. But that won't be next episode. That'll be in the following episode. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And I will catch you guys all next time. Peace.